Okay, I'm outside first thing in the morning and I started weeding. I pulled all that away from the beds and I decided, let me go ahead and do a video so people can see what's the easiest way that I found to weed before they get too bad. Okay, so what I do is I use my tool and I tackle the weeds before they spread, because these are creepers. They'll carpet this whole area. It's been raining, it'll do it fast. So this is what I do. I'll start from the outside. I get under and I take out the root. And I just throw it in the center of the aisle. Okay, so I threw everything in the center of the aisle over there, and I'll just work my way around. Let me go ahead and do a bad area, like right over here. Okay, this grass would just spread, so with the tool, you go around the ends and you try to see where you could grab it at. Then you reach down and you get the root. Okay, so I just got that section. And when you get to the dollar weed, you kind of put it down and go sideways and you pull the roots. And once you get out the big white roots, they tend not to come back, but you got to keep at it. If you don't, they'll be all over. Now with this, if you don't get down under it and you just pull, you won't get the root. You get under it, it pulls out the whole root. Okay, so this is what you want. You want to get the roots to all of them. So what happens is, this. The mulch and the compost I had in here, the mulch or the chips breaks down and turns into dirt. All these weeds, the birds and the wind, the seeds scatter and then they start growing from the top down. So they're not growing through the mulch, they're on top. So you got to get this under and pull. If you just pull the top, you'll break off the top of the grass or the weeds and you won't get the root. So I just put them in the center and then I'll come back and rake everything into a pile and take it away. So let me go ahead and continue. I'm not going to do all of it on video, just some of it. Look at this, I cut this all the way back and it's all growing in nice. Those are starting to grow in. So some of the plants I'll leave growing, but most of them are coming out. I ripped up this whole bed, so I'll get all that up nicely, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and remulch. Otherwise there's dirt. The wood chips that turned into dirt is gonna grow weeds. So I'm gonna utilize this good chips right over here, and I'm gonna put that down, and hopefully that'll be good for the season. And each season you have to put more and more down. Okay, these are my eggplant plants. You can see how tall they are. I'm leaving them up because they got more blossoms and they're getting more fruit. I took off some of the old ones. These are the ones that I went ahead and cut back a few weeks back. I posted it online, and now they're all growing back. My blue lakes got more beans growing, but I'm gonna take those out. These are all growing back. I just want to pull the weeds out. So look at that. Cut those back, they're growing back. Those are tall. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to accomplish right here, is I'm trying to get the beds to be weed free, and I throw everything in the center and then I take it away. This little tool saves a lot of work. I have a no-till, so I just do this to pull them out, and then I just add more mulch on top, and I define the beds, and I just keep repeating that and repeating that. And what happens is the dirt, if you look at all this dirt, this is mulch, but look, it all turned, all of that turned into dirt. That is really good. This is really good to plant in right here. So I'm going to add more, and I'm going to define the bed. I'm going to pull up the irrigation, define the bed again, put a coat of mulch down, and that mulch should keep the weeds from growing back until I plant in September. I might have to weed again, you know, who knows. I just don't want to leave it, or that's going to happen right there. When it's overgrown like that, I do the same thing. I still just take this, I look down to make sure there's no stakes. I start from the outside. Then I look to see where the tall grass is coming from. See, when you pull, you don't get the roots out. So I got to get down in there by taking these out. Okay, so you get the idea. It's work, This is going to take a couple days because I get a little bit, rake it all up, get a little bit more. Okay, so pretty much a great big mess. I got to come in here and pick up all of that. Then I got to go ahead and take up the irrigation. After I take up the irrigation, I got to kind of rake it and then get the last of it and then make this bed and then redo the walkways. And I got to do that with each and every bed in my garden. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2, so that's 12 beds. And relatively, I'd like to get out here first thing in the morning. Yesterday we had a really big storm. We're gonna have another early storm today, thunderstorm, a lot of rain. Everything's starting to, all the weeds and grass is starting to grow up through everything. So this is the time to do it. So let me go ahead and continue down there. I'm gonna finish what I could do. I'm gonna leave this mess here for another early morning. I'll put all that on my cart and go haul it away, and eventually it'll all be done. But as you can see, I'm sweating, I'm soaking. It's still first thing in the morning, the sun's out. It's already in the upper 80s, gonna be upper 90s today. So I like to get done early, go inside and shower and relax for the afternoon. So anyway, this is the easiest way that I know is to pull out weeds, is with my tool. Throw everything in the center, make a mess, then come back afterwards and take everything away and just keep at it. Prep the whole garden, the walkways and the beds, so nothing grows back until September. And then to September, I'll go ahead and I'll get everything down and drill down into the good fertile soil and compost and start my garden all over again. Do this twice a year. Hope you enjoyed.